Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Crystal and Happy New Year. It is now 2020 and this video is about all my beauty favorites from 2019. So those of you, if this is your first time to my channel, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button or subscribe. And for those of you who've been here before, I'm just going to go on and get started because I have a lot of products to cover and I have my notes here so I make sure I don't forget anything. But 2019 was a good year. I didn't purchase as many products as I normally do. I tried to save money in 2019. A lot of things that I used in the previous year were still good products for this year. So without further ado, let's get started. So I'm going to kind of go in the order of how I do my makeup. And so what I'm going to start with is primers. And the primer that I used the most for 2019 was this Faced Hangover Primer. And, you know, this worked really well for keeping your makeup in place and whatnot. So this was one of my top primers for the year. My other favorite primer was the Fenty Beauty Pro Filtr Soft Matte Primer, and I used this one pretty much with the Fenty, I want to say, foundation, which I will get into next. Hopefully you guys can see this pretty well here. But anyway, I will leave the names in the description box, so no need to worry. So next we'll go with foundations, and we'll start with one of my favorites was the Too Faced Born This Way foundation. And this was a nice one for day and night. You can build it up and it doesn't look cakey. It doesn't come off. I'm in the color Brulee and it comes with a pump. So that's a good thing that, you know, it has a pump with it. You don't have to purchase one separately. But this was one of my go-tos. My second one was when they came out with the Fenty Beauty one. This is the new Pro Filtr Hydrating foundation, and I like this one much better than the original one that came out. This one also has a pump, as you can see, so it makes it easy for you to apply to your brush or sponge. I think I'm in the color 350 for this. Okay, next I had the Juvia's Place Foundation Stick. Now this is one that I use for every day for running out the house. You know, it's a stick. It doesn't take much. You just put it on your face and you just go on about your business. And I'm in the color, which is hard to pronounce, Muritania. And so then, but I really like these sticks. They're compact. You can just throw them in your purse. My next favorite one for going out I used was the Lancome Teint, if I can say it right, Tinted Idole. And I've used this one before. I've used it in 2018. It was one of my favorites for 2019. And I'm in the color Suede. What's it? Suede. I wrote it down. 460 Suede W. And so it also comes with a pump. So for me, I like to purchase them where they have the pump already. So those were my favorite foundations. Next, we will go into concealers. And I'll start with, of course, Too Faced again. This is the Too Faced Multi-Sculpting Concealer, which you can use to apply to blemishes. Let me show you the wand because it has a big doffy wand here. As you can see how big it is. And so this is a good one. You can even use this just if you're not going to wear foundation, just to put on. And I'm in the color, let's see, what am I? Warm Sand. Okay. And the next one that I used was my, let's see, Fenty, of course, Fenty Beauty Concealer. And here's how it looks. And I'll let you see the applicator for this one. It's nice and easy control. I use this one pretty much like on a daily basis. And this one I'm in the color 360. Okay, and let's see. Next, the next one was the Juvia's Place Concealer. And it's a big one and it's good for the price. But wait till you see this applicator, man. It is humongous. So, you know, if you're doing a lot of covering up, this is definitely a good one to use. And for this one, let's see, what am I? I'm number 12. Okay. And let's see. last but not least, this one made the favorites. This is Makeup Forever HD Concealer. This one, you don't even have to set it. So this was one of my favorites. Also, I'll let you see the applicator for this. Let's see, it's a different type. That's how this one looks. But I really enjoyed using this one because you can wear this one without any foundation, and you can take this one and don't have to set it. Like I said, it's real easy to use. Makeup Forever HD. And let me see, and I have a number in this one. Yeah, number 43. Okay. Next, we'll move on to setting powders. And the first setting powder is I used was Fenty Beauty. And as you can see how big it is, this is the color Banana. And that's more like a translucent color, at least on my skin. And I have two of these. I have this one, as well as I also have the color Honey, and I have Honey is in the travel size. So this is what the travel size one looks like. And I really like these Fenty setting powders and face powders because they are real natural looking, and you know, they don't cake up on you. So that was one of my favorites, was that one. My next favorite one was when Juvia's Place came out with theirs. As you can see, it's small enough in a travel size. And I have two of these as well, but this one right here is the color GOBI. And it's brownish looking, but you can use this one all over the face as well. It was a nice powder. My other favorite powder, of course, is what's it, Laura Mercier, the translucent one. This is in the travel size as well, because that way you don't have all these powders taking up a lot of space. And since I use so many different ones, depending on which concealers I'm using, that's how many I have with that. So anyway, I couldn't narrow it down, but I used all of those for the whole year of 2019. Now we'll go to bronzers. Bronzers, it was easier because with bronzers, I only used the Fenty Beauty Sun Stalkr, and the color here is Cocoa Naughty. Beautiful color. I love this bronzer. I use it for bronzing and contouring. Lovely compact. Of course, that's the, you know, Fenty tradition. So I only have one of those. Now for mascara, I have a few, but my favorite one that made the list for 2019 was this Hourglass, let's see, Extreme Caution, or Hourglass Caution mascara. It's really pretty container. Mine is probably dirty from all the fingerprints, but it's a nice gold color. But I'll let you see what the wand looks like, because the wand is really nice here. As you can see, it's small enough. It doesn't cake up your eyelashes, and it gives you length and volume. So that was my favorite one for the year of 2019. Next, as far as lashes, this was my favorite, like regular everyday lash. I have it on today. It's the Ardell Studio Effects Wispies. Of course, you can get these at Ulta and any of the drugstores, but it's a nice look. I guess you see. It looks kind of natural. It's not over the top. And then if I'm going to go out for really glam, I have another set that I use. But this is like what I use for pretty much every day for me. And now let's see, I'm going to move on to eyeshadow palettes. I had to narrow it down because I use several different ones, but the ones that I used the most in 2019 was this Perception palette by ColourPop and Makeup Shayla. It has so many colors in here, and I did use it a lot. As you can see, I'm sorry it's messy looking. It does come with a mirror, but you can see I am telling the truth that I did use this a lot for 2019. So congrats, Makeup Shayla. Another one I used was the Urban Decay, Naked Petite Heat. And just so you can see the colors here, these were nice warm tone fall colors. I use this one a lot. It comes with a mirror. It's easy to travel with as well. I use that. And then, of course, my favorite was the Anastasia Beverly Hills Jackie Aina palette. And you guys see me do videos about this, but look at all these gorgeous colors. Couldn't help. Of course, this made the top, made it to 2019. So those were the 3 eyeshadow palettes that I used the most for this year. Okay, now let's go to eyebrow pencils. So for eyebrow pencils, let me see, what do I have here? I have the Anastasia Beverly Hills Brow Definer, and it has a spoolie at the other end, and this is the color Chocolate. So So here's the spoolie. As you can see, I used it today. And then it's a twist pencil. And I really like that one. It glides on. It doesn't tug on your eyes. And then also I like to use the Benefit Goof Proof pencil. This is the, which one? The Definer. Yeah, the Goof Proof Brow. And it's the same thing. It has the, you know, pencil at this end that you can twirl. And then it has your spoolie on the other end. Yes. Okay, forgive me if these look a little smudged. Now we can go to, let's see, what do I have? Eyeliners, yes. So for eyeliners, what I do is I had two of my favorites for 2019. And this is the Tarte one. It's the Tarte Tarteist. I like this one because it's a pencil and a liner. So on the one end, you have the pencil, you know, which is, it's just a black pencil. This is black. And then on the other end is a liquid liner. And so then this way you have a variety, one end for end. So this one made it in my favorites for 2019. And then also was the Urban Decay Eye Glide. Let's see, what do we call this? Urban Decay 24/7 Glide On Eye Pencil. And this is in the color Demolition. And I think I said before that I really like this one because it's like a deep dark brown, which is not as harsh as black. So when I want black, I use this one. And when I want to do a dark brown for daytime, I use this one, and it's Urban Decay. Okay. Next, we're going to move on to highlighters. Okay. Highlighters, I have several, but the one that I used the most for 2019 was Fenty Beauty. And this is the, let's see, which one is this? Mean Money Hustler Baby. Okay. And this is how it looks. Let's see if you can see it in here. It's too bright. But it's, oh yeah, that gets good. It's really nice for daytime and it's nice for nighttime. Also, it's not really loud. And for those who are like, you know, I really don't do a lot with highlighting, this is an easy one to get used to. So I just brought this one to the video because I used it the most in 2019. Okay, now we're going to move on to blush. And so for blush, I'm going to start with, I use blush palettes. And so let's see, here we go. So first off is the Juvia Place. This is a blush palette. See how it has 6 colors? This way, wherever you go, you have the right color. And this is the one that's the Saharan Volume 2 palette. So that was one. Also I use, which is really good, is this e.l.f. palette. It's a blush palette too, and it has several colors. As you can see, these are the colors. And it has some of everything that you need. And this one is in the dark, because they have, I think, 2 different ones, but this is the dark palette. And I'll have these all in the description box. And the other one that I used a lot for when you want to have like the nude look was this Makeup Shayla and ColourPop collection one under the Under Construction palette. And this blush color is called Construct. And this is how Construct looks. It's really natural color. So that covered me for 2019 for blushes. Every single color for blush you can see I had. Next we're going to move on to, we're almost coming up here because I didn't want to have this long. I have lip liners for the main colors of lipsticks that I use for the year. So we'll start with, let's see, I use the ColourPop BFF4 a lot. It's like a good for your nudes and your browns. Also, you can use it with any color. So this one I pretty much use with a lot of the lipsticks I wear. The other one is MAC Chestnut. That's one of my favorites. It's good for browns and what you want to call neutral colors. And then Urban Decay, again, 24/7 Glide On Lip Pencil. And this one is in the color, let's see, Bad Blood. And this one's for reds. Sometimes I use it with reds. Other times I might use BFF4. So that was it for lip liner. That made it for 2019. Now for lip colors, it was hard to narrow down because it's 12 months in the year. So I'm just going to go with all the ones. Pretty much what I did was use a lot of MAC and what else did I have? And a lot of Fenty. So first off, of course, MAC Ruby Rule is the red color. I use that a lot because I like red. So that was, you know, used a lot in 2019. Then the next one I used was MAC also, D for Danger. And this is what D for Danger looks like. It's like it's kind of it's a bluish red, but no, I don't know. It's not as red and vibrant as the Ruby Woo, but it's a nice color. My other favorite is Viva Glam 1, and it's like it's in the red family too, but it has like brownish in it, so it's a really nice color, all this red. And then the next one that I used a lot was Cream in Your Coffee, and it's a nude color. It's really pretty on. I guess, well, I'll show you on the hand here so you can see, because it is really pretty. So yeah, so that was the matte colors. As you can see, I used a lot of matte, and then the others are all Fenty. So let's get started here. I guess the first one I used a lot was Teint, and it's like a mauve color. And let's see, the other one I used was Madame, and Madame is red. So that was another one. And these are matte colors, by the way, but they're like a nice matte where they're not too drying. And then the next color here is Thick, and it's pretty. Oh, let's see here. See how pretty Thick is. And let's see. And then Shoddy. That's what you've probably seen one of my others. Shoddy is a brown color. That's Shoddy. And so those were the ones that I used for the most for 2019, were those lip colors. Now we have to go to glosses. Of course, both of the glosses I used were Anastasia Beverly Hills, and one is the color Sepia and the other one is the color Tara. And I'll just put them both here so you can see. And these are nice lip glosses. They feel nice on your lips. They are not real sticky. I don't like real sticky lip glosses because your hair gets stuck to it. But these are the two colors. I don't know if you can see them too well, but they're gorgeous. They're like natural nude colors, as you can see here. And lastly, we're coming to the end, is setting spray. After you put all your makeup on, then you need to set it. And the winner is Urban Decay All Nighter spray, and I used this one the most for 2019. And that completes the full everything that you need to do a makeup look in full. And those were all the products that made it for 2019. So we finished this video. I tried to do it fast. I know it can go on and on and on, but that's why I talk fast. And if you missed anything, don't worry, I have it in the description box. And once again, I want to say, if you haven't subscribed to my channel already, please hit the subscribe words down here somewhere, either the right or the left, I'm not sure where it's at, and hit the notification bell. That way you'll be notified when I upload new videos. And as always, love your look.